Well, so when you decided to go the independent route, were you were married already, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you'd had your son?
Yep.
All right, marathon runner. What were you running away from that and what were you running towards that took
Mm,
you independent?
yeah. Um, for me, I was always trying to run up the ladder. I was always trying to search for what success was. And success, being with that title, that pay, and it kind of was no matter what, just do it, get to the top of the ladder. But I never really knew what was the top of the ladder. Because every time I would hit a goal or I would hit something, it was just kind of like steamrolling past and I would just keep going. Like it was never good enough. And so for me, I actually ended up in the hospital with a health hiccup, and then they thought I had a stroke at 35. I was one that would work really long hours and work all the time. I didn't know how else to not work. It was always on my brain. It was sometimes easier to work than to figure out motherhood or like how to be the best wife. Like it was just easier for me to work sometimes. And so I just thought, the more I say yes to everything and the more I keep doing all these things, it's going to pay off. I'm going to keep going up that ladder and I'm going to get that. I don't know. I don't even know what I was searching for,
Yeah.
but just kind of almost that acceptance or validation, because that too, I mean, not always some of the other females in the office loved me. I mean, I'm not going to lie. It was always kind of that competition instead of how can we rise together and be resourceful for each other. So I think I was always trying to get approval too of the team. If I can get to this certain thing or bring in this many sales, and maybe everybody will accept me and like me. And so, yeah, I think those were a lot of those things, but it also kind of was that moment of being in the hospital was that wake up call of like, what am I doing? This is kind of the slap to the face of like, is it worth this? And almost killing yourself for what?
Yeah.
So that was kind of my breaking point or my wake up call of like, you got to do things differently. So yeah, I closed a 10-year chapter after that and went and worked for a client and then eventually went on my own.